So, before we start your story, you said that you married your wives at Azure Lane universe, right? Yes. Well, who do you married? Well, let me think. Well, if I remember correctly, I married Mushashi, Akagi, Amagi, Atago, and Nagato. Nagato, a battleship. Is she a little young? Well, despite her principal Lolly, she is the oldest. Like how old? Well, if I remember correctly, the Nagato class battleship age is approximately 103 to 104 years old, meaning that technically she's the oldest of the Azure Lane or battleship class. So technically she'll be old enough to be your grandmother. But she was like a lolly. I mean, she should be like, I don't know, taller. Because why are there so many lollies in Azure Lane that are lolly and not tall? Well, the real life Nagato class battleship, its size is about 215.8 meters or 708 feet long overall, 201.17 meters or 660 feet long, and with a beam of 29.02 meters or 95 feet 3 inches. So I'm guessing she's not the largest battleship class. So technically she's still, which makes Nagato from Azure Lane 180, 108 years old. Like I said before, she's old enough to be your grandmother. Okay, I get your point. Anyways, moving on. Thank you. Okay, what was I? Oh yeah. I also married Mikasa and Shokaku, Taiho, Taikao, and Enterprise, Hornet, North Carolina, Arizona, and I think I married First Fastio, a repair ship, St. Louis, and Pennsylvania, Essex, Belfast, Duke of York, Formidable, Hood, Illustrious, Prince of Wales, Saris, Cheshire, and Monarch. And Frederick, Rune. Wait. Did you just say Rune? As in one of the most scariest, dangerous ship girls to have ever existed. A Yangere. Wait, isn't Rune a yandere? Well, that is a common misconception because Rune is a Yangere, because what yagiri means is a character often seen in Japanese fiction who exhibits sudden violent outbursts without a romantic motivation, in contrast to yandere, who acts violently out of romantic obsession or jealousy. While yanderes are known for their intense, often deranged love for a significant person, a yagiri's violence is not necessarily linked to romantic feelings. They can be aggressive due to their other factors, like anger or stress. Essentially, a yangiri is a character who shifts from calm or innocent to violent and angry without romantic context. That often drives yandere. I'm at Room for the first time when I was at Iron Blood Base. And she was very obsessive with me and trying to scare off girls that are trying to get close to me. But I told her, you need to fix your personality or your behavior because you're not gonna make any friends if you keep up with that attitude of yours. What happened after the Sirens battle? Well, it took me and Rune to help her because it took us 6 years to help Rune approve of her behavior and her attitude. But she's been good so far, just display yandere behavior, but still retains the yandere side. So that's that. Good, because I do not want to encounter Rune when she's in a, well, the yandere part. Yeah, that would be scary. Anyways, yeah. I also remember Bismarck and Graf Zeppelin, Prince Eugen, and Deutschland, August von Perso. Sorry if I mispronounced the name. And I think I married Prince Aldebert. And I married Yat Sen and Chin Hai. And I think I married 4 women at Northern Permanent. I can't remember the names. And I also married Harbin. And that's basically it. Whoa, you actually married all of them? Yes. And we have several kids, like a little Belle, a Kaka-chan, little Formidable, Atako-chan, and Saris Chan, and even Rune Chan. And you get the idea. How? How did you even manage that? Easy. Stamina. You gotta work on your stamina if you're gonna keep up. Okay, moving on. So, has Junior ever met your wives? Oh, yeah, he did. Who'd he meet? Well, he met Atako. Oh, her. Yeah, she's like the big sister of Sakura Empire. Yeah, when he first met her, she was She was, well, well, what? Kind of a loving older sister or a loving grandmother. She would always give him hugs, and I mean bear hugs. Almost to the point she almost gave him a bear hug to death. Yeesh. I do not want to get crushed to death by Otto's hugs. But it'd be worth it. Really? What? I'm just saying. Hey, watch it. That's my wife you're talking about. Oh, sorry. Anyway. And he also met Frederick. If I remember correctly in the game, Frederick is the best mother in the game because she cares about her ships and always took care of them like their daughters. Yeah, she is the best mother of the Iron Blood. Yeah, and she's also the best grandmother to my son, to my grandson. And Frederick, she always spoiled him rotten. And yep, that's basically it. But what about? Okay, so there's one thing I want to ask. That you married Graf Zeppelin, is that correct? Yeah. Isn't it that aircraft carrier that always says she wants to destroy the world and she hates everything? What's up with that? Well, me and Graf have a therapy session because when I ask her, why do you say that? And why do you act the way you are? And why do you want to destroy the world? If I remember correctly, that the real life Graf Zeppelin was a planned in the mid 1930s as part of the Plan Z reenactment program after Germany and the Great Britain signed the Algo-German naval agreement. They were planned after the study of Japanese craft carrier designs. But unfortunately, those ships were never built in real life, never been completed, and two of them were cancelled. So if I take a guess that Graf Zeppelin in your universe, she was really angry that she didn't get built or even been thought of, which is why she's been acting the way she is. Well, that explains why she hates everything, but why does she blame the world? Why can't she just blame her builder or creators because they didn't build her? Yep, that's what I said to Graf. Since she told me everything, and I told her, why do you blame them? Why do you blame the world? Why not blame your creator or your builder that they cancel your construction? Why not blame them? Does that make sense? Well, me and her got through about 2 years, and we had a daughter, Zeppy. She was the opposite, because she was always happy, while Graf Zeppelin is the, well, angry and hateful type and try to destroy the world. And that's it for my that I married every female in Ezulane. But if you had daughters, what about Unicorn? Oh, her? Well, she became my little sister, but then turned adopted daughter. So I adopted her as a daughter, and me Illustrious, and Little Illustrious. So basically, that unicorn is like a big brother to you, and then you adopted her as a daughter. Yeah, but unicorn, she does get a little protective, and she makes very scary, and I mean really scary threats. Cause I don't know if she's serious or she's just joking. Well, I remember the game that Unicorn always refers to the commander as Big Brother, so. And there was that one time of that, one of the lines that Unicorn said. I think Unicorn's lines that it said, if I remember correctly, Big Brother, if you have some time important business, you can go ahead and take care of that first. Unicorn will be waiting for Big Brother always. Because that's the only line that I ever heard that she said in the game. Oh, that's just great. Perfect. A yandere loli in the game that refers to Commander Big Brother. I don't know which is scary. A yandere loli or a yandere little sister. I think both of them are terrifying and scary. Because if I remember, if a character calls that person a big brother or big sister is considered a yandere behavior. Think about it like with Atako, always being like a onesan to the commander. That's considered a yandere behavior because she's always like a big sister. So Atako is basically yandere but not a full yandere. Correct. Yeah, Unicorn does display some yandere behavior. But like I said before, from being my little sister to my adopted daughter, so yeah. And like you said with Ottigo, well, she does display some, well, yonder behavior. Always acting like a big sister. And always cling to me. And she, well, flirts with me a lot. Always flirting with me. So, what? What happened? There's some things that are better off unsaid. So that's basically it. That I married, though married the women, and I have kids with them. And I also have a son, Alex. So that's basically it about that. That's something. Yeah. I never know you had it in you. Me neither. So, anyways, back to your backstory of DxD Universe. Oh, right, but oh yes. Okay then. This is it. Gene F Unsolved Mystery Deleted Scene. Like and subscribe, and see you later, guys.